So I found a video that I thought was pretty interesting. John has not seen it. He has no idea what it is. We're just going to watch it. And
we're supposed to fake that. I should have already been well educated on the video. This isn't fair.
You ready to move on to wing number 3? This is Pico Rico here, and you're doing great.
Pico Rico, let's go, coño!
Kid Cudi went to our high school for, I think, like a year or something, which is kind of funny. Interesting info.
Yeah.
These first 3, I'm good. But I see, when I get down to here, it's probably going to get real.
So even as your music
What is he
career
about
exploded, you still
cry?
remained a prolific actor. And earlier this year, it was announced that you'd be making your directorial debut in an upcoming Netflix project called Teddy. What's the best audition tip or note that you've ever gotten from Timothee Chalamet?
I think I asked him about crying on camera once. You know, I've given him like audition tapes that I've done before, and I'm just like, yo, man, shoot me straight. You know, he's always like, oh, it's good, it's good. Like, I don't know, he could be lying to me, but he's always very supportive, and I know Timmy is a fan of me for music, but I think he's a fan of me as an actor as well. My lips are tingling.
That's really interesting. He's going up to directing. It was that cartoon or whatever?
So he has this thing on Netflix now, Intergalactic, which, if anyone has listened to his debut album, you get the theme. Is very much has a space theme throughout all of his music, and Intergalactic was a theme throughout his first album. And he made it like a little like anime. I don't know how long it is, but it's this animation thing on Netflix.
Man from the Moon.
I haven't checked it out yet. But he also has another project called Teddy that he directed for Netflix. But apparently, I looked this up, he met Chalamet when Chalamet was 17, and they've been friends ever since. But he like, I don't know, I thought it was interesting that he asked, him for acting advice, and he sends him like audition tapes and everything. But Cudi's been acting for 10 years now, I'm pretty sure.
10 years.
I think his first official project goes back 10 years.
Sure. I mean, I wouldn't have expected him to have any real knowledge of movies or anything like that. Seems like he does. Even if he hadn't, he's a very creative person. And so my normal advice for somebody I would normally not think somebody's capable of directing if they didn't have any knowledge, but he's such a creative person, and there are people like that I think could do it. And being a director, all you have to do is have a vision, a very distinct vision, and know how to give that vision to other people, like talk to, get other people to understand your vision, and you have to hire the right people. So I definitely think he can pull it off and do it well.
I'm just curious by him. First of all, he asked Chalamet about crying on camera. He was like, man, how do I pull that off? That's like the number one sought after skill for a film actor. Now on stage, people don't really seem to care about that.
Usually too far away.
It's too far away, and no one would know because the stage lights are so bright, and the way tears reflect on your skin, it's not strong enough for anyone to actually know.
Well, the actors still care.
The actor might care, but the audience doesn't, and the actor can get away with faking it, and
it's just not as big of a deal, and it's not as noticeable if you don't know. And directors don't specifically ask you to get tears.
Yeah, and in your auditions, they don't pull up the crying scene. They just want to know if you can do the scene work. But for film, if it's a big movie, they always give you the crying scene, and they want to see if you can cry on camera. It's like almost 100% of the time. It's rare that they don't do that. Mm-hmm. But Chalamet has had a career of great like crying on camera scenes in his movies.
I was gonna say, if there's an actor to ask, it's Chalamet.
It would be Chalamet,
because all of his movies, he's like almost crying the whole time.
It's kind of that's been
Dune. That's my criticism of Dune.
My criticism of him has actually been that he relies on that too heavily. He just is so dramatic. Like in the movie, I think it's called The King on Netflix. It pulls from Shakespeare. It pulls from, and not just Shakespeare, other historical writings, but mainly from Shakespeare's King Henry IV series.
It's always Shakespeare with you.
I know a lot about Shakespeare. And the character is supposed to be having fun. Prince Hal, he's supposed to be, and that's part of the problem is that Prince has too much fun. But in the movie, he plays every scene the same way. It's just very dramatic, very serious. There's like a little tear in his eye in every shot. And it's like, that's really not authentically how Prince Hal has been portrayed and has been written about for centuries. And I just felt like that he just relied on that one trick that he's really good at, which is why he's famous.
Has Shakespeare ever written a character that was like that?
That was like what?
That is like
one-dimensional,
one-dimensional crying, like, and he's a lead character too.
I cannot accuse my main man,
right,
of writing a one-dimensional.
That's
character.
what I'm saying.
And acting, portraying a character as one-dimensional, is I think a weakness in an actor. Not that he's one-dimensional all the time, but I definitely think in that movie
Timothee Chalamet is an awesome actor.
Also, he's an incredible actor.
He's the best actor of his age. So.
For sure. I thought it was funny that one of the things that they do is he's sending like his audition tapes back and forth, which is something that happens in our acting friend group. And I mean, we certainly have a lot of our friends that are in television now on Netflix and everything. So it's definitely a powerful tactic. Is if you have a good core group of people, if it's a big, don't do it with every single audition, but if you have a nice big audition, call in a friend, send what you have to a friend, or if someone that you know is an acting coach. I know one of our good friends here is an acting coach, so he says if we ever need anything for real, we just call him up and he'll coach us through an audition. So it's really great to have resources like that, human resources available to you, friend groups, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's cool that Kid Cudi's getting on a show that we named our show after initially.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Someone, a Cleveland native, an Ohio native from the suburbs where we grew up, went to Solon High School. I think it's cool to see someone make it up there in the big leagues. All right, guys, that's it for J&G. We'll see you next time.